right, good afternoon, Foxborough Cable Access TV sports fans. My name is Jim DeVellis, and I'm here with Paul Silveria.
Good afternoon.
And today is the start of the Foxborough Varsity lacrosse game against KP. And it is a beautiful spring day, May 13th, and we're about to kick off. I say kick off, not that's football. Do the face-off down here on Payson Road at the home field for Foxborough Varsity. So it's a beautiful day, and we're winding off a pretty exciting season. I think we've got one game left against Sharon, and we are, where are we in the rankings here? Just to give you a little overview. We are second. We fell to second place behind Canton. We've got a 4-3 league record and a 10-6 overall record. And we're playing KP, who's third in the Kelly Rex with a 5-2, 12-4 over record. So who's taking the face-off?
DeVellis on the face-off. Wilson on one wing. Looks like Kearse over on the other wing.
And Foxborough's going from left to right. And KP picks up the first face-off ball. So the goalie's bringing it up. See how we ride him.
Feeney, Stamatov, and Andrew Whalen out there at attack. Foley, Buckner, Tom Rogers out on the long stick defense. KP working the dub, getting the ball down low. Buckner's on the ball now. They're gonna move it around. KP's got fresh midfielders in now. Wilson's on the ball. DeVellis with the defense now.
Hold him outside.
Forcing his guy down to the alley.
Back to the X or on the backside.
KP swinging it around quick. Buckner out here. Kearse on the ball now. Wilson again. Try to run
got a step on him and a nice save.
Save there by City. City with the outlet pass to DeVellis. DeVellis running it up the sideline. Gets it in the box.
Zach City's been having a good season for us. Junior
both
this
goalies.
year. Yep.
Coach Noon's been using the freshman and the junior 50-50 for the most part in just about every game.
So get it over to Andrew Whalen over in the left midi. Back to Stamatov. See if he can beat him.
Stamatov dragging his guy way out into the wing. A little one-on-one play here.
He's whacking him. Stamatov has that move around the left side of the net.
Couple changes.
Back in the front, and it's a goal.
There. Nice little dish to Mark Wilson.
That's Mark Wilson. So senior to senior, Stamatov over to Wilson. And 12 minutes to start the quarter. We're down to 10, so 10 minutes left. 2 minutes into it, and Foxborough comes up 1-0. Early lead.
Wilson with the nice little quick stick here, putting it in the back of the net.
See, Stamatov's strong. He comes to his right, and if he had another step, he'd come around, but he looks up.
Slide comes. Yep. Wilson pops open quickly. Hits him right in the stick with a nice pass.
A nice overhand solid shot. And Foxborough started a little early, so KP takes the ball. DeVellis on him. Buckner on him tight.
Foxborough going to play him hard out here. Try and get a 10-second count out of it, but KP gets it inside.
And he's down. And
they did get him on 10 seconds. No, they got
was that
him
what
on,
it was?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Failure to advance the ball there
Nice.
for KP.
Buckner,
Long
nice
outlet
throw.
pass. That was
here
huge.
we go.
Oh, Feeney gets a handle on it.
Smart move. He didn't
does
quite
the wise
have it.
thing. Pull it back out. He gotten a clean handle on that. He was going right to the cage.
A few years ago, he probably would have, but he's a smart player. Throws it up.
That's it. You learn sometimes that it's not always best to try and jam it right in there.
It's Tommy Blake. Back out to Connor McNamara. Fine junior. Looking to Stamatov behind. Doesn't see it.
Gonna work it back.
Back up. Switching
back
off with Blake.
Colin Spinney out there as well as a midfielder. Work the ball down to the freshman Andrew Whalen. Back up to McNamara. McNamara's going to take his guy for a little run way out on the wing here.
He's going to see what he can do. Up, drop the ball.
Go, Zach.
Tries the quick move.
Threw it away a little bit and see if we can pick it up.
Spinney with the ground ball there. Looking for a long quick outlet pass here. See if Feeney can.
Oh, that's going to be a flag.
That's
no flag, no possession, but.
That's a hockey check there coming in. You know, you try and get some body position.
All you need is a step, so if you can hold them a little bit and then turn and get the ball. Didn't work that time. So let's see, the goalie doesn't seem to be too shy about bringing it up to midfield. You know, sometimes the easy thing is to do is
leg it right
is
at their
offsides
there.
See? I tell you, they should not be doing that. The goalie should be able to find somebody before.
You should be looking. Oh, quick restart there from the ref. There, you let that big guy run all the way back to his cage.
You take that long shot, it goes in. The goalie won't come out that far again.
No.
You know, I blame the attack not coming up and getting it, giving him an outlet, so the goalie just keeps running. And so if you're watching at home, if you don't stay on sides, you get 3 defensive or 3 people that have to stay on that side.
Got to have 4, including the goalie.
And the goalie. So when the goalie comes up, you need 3 back. And he just went too fast. Nice ride on it. Beautiful. A little scrum.
Foxborough coming up with the. Oh, Wilson had it. He lost it there.
Thought he still had it.
Tom Blake trying to force his long stick out of the sideline. He's coming to the center of the field here. Quick dish.
Yep. Well, the high shot looks like we got a stick on it to
good
stop
check
it
there,
early.
yeah. I don't know if that was Buckner or McNamara.
Oh, right in the front. We were sleeping a little bit.
Oh.
Caught us sleeping. You know, when that ball goes out of bounds, he picks it, they blow the whistle. He just looked up, and we weren't ready for it.
I think, you get something you got to get used to with the referees. These guys seem a little quick with the whistle for the restart, which is good and bad for you.
Yep. So here we look again. Get a replay. Thank you, Mike Weber over in Cable Access, for giving us this nice replay.
So as soon as he's ready with the ball, he gets a quick whistle.
Yeah, see, he cut in and
feeds.
That's a little bit of no talking too. And KP takes possession of the face-off.
Clean 1-on-none with the goalie, which you know.
Tom Rogers on him. We can keep him to the outside.
Rogers with the close defense here.
He's got the roll dodge, but he's rolling a little too early and rolling back on himself and can't get anywhere. So dishes it off behind. 17 back up.
Rogers on the close D here. Cavaney out there now.
Good to see Cavaney out there, hustler.
Pat, also a freshman.
Yep.
Long pole. DeVellis. Austin Ryan out there at the midfield on defense. Buckner, Foley, Rogers for the poles.
Very deep team for Foxborough. A good range of freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. So we're not top heavy with the seniors, and the coaching staff does a nice job putting them in and out quickly. And the shot high, got a stick on it.
Good check there by Cavaney. Yeah, Foxborough, and they have a lot of, they got 6 long poles, all of which see time on the field as either a long stick midi or a close defender. KP going to try and run something from the top here, a little pick. Going to give him a moving
Nice
pick
job.
there.
Okay. Just like basketball. You can set a pick, but you can't move out of the way to stop somebody.
Cavaney tried to fight over the top of that, and if that guy who sets the pick moves his feet even a little bit, they'll give you the benefit as a ref usually.
So Ross Smith brings it over the line. DeVellis on the right.
DeVellis, Smith, and Wilson out there now.
Let's see what Wilson does.
Stamatov.
He's looking back. I mean, up Stamatov, right?
He's got the ball down the corner, going to send it up to Wilson.
6 and 9 always confuse me. I don't know if it's the upside down numbers, but the other person that confuses me sometimes is number 8, Pat McCarthy, who's out for the game. I think he's got another day.
Stamatov coming around the cage.
And fight for the ball for Whalen.
DeVellis here, switching to the left. Nothing there. He's going to pull it back out. It's a lot of probing by, when you're on offense. You try and move on your guy. You get into the defense, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, I said Whalen. I'm sorry. 28 is Ross Smith. He's out there. Whalen is on the lines for now. No, I'm sorry. Andrews Whalen's 55. He's out there.
Whalen with the ball now from behind the cage.
Looks up, gets rid of it.
Whalen tries his luck on the pole, didn't get anything there.
Telling Wilson to cut in. Let's see if he can take him.
Pull his guy way up the top here. Try and move. Second guy comes.
And there's the
loses both of them.
Drop off.
Quick flip. KP recovered pretty well there, though. Stamatov with the ball.
Stamatov being patient, back up to DeVellis, a shot, and a nice save on the ground.
Nice save there.
So Stamatov senior over to DeVellis senior, and a shot. Not going in, but let's see what we can do on the ride. One-handed trying for that.
Tough.
And KP's taking a timeout. So we're first quarter, 3 minutes and 51 seconds. And it's a draw with 1-1 right now. So when we have a few minutes, just a quick shout out. A lot of the Foxborough lacrosse program is run by volunteers. So on the camera tonight, a courtesy of Foxborough Cable Access TV, we've got 3 running cameras. Tyler and James Silveria, which is Paul's sons. And Dave Nickerson working the cameras. And inside Foxborough Cable Access TV mobile unit is Mike Weber, running solo today. And setting up for the game, we have Joanne Whalen and Andrew Whalen setting up the cameras and the tables. Mike Moses, and as usual, if anybody's in the youth lacrosse or the senior lacrosse, you're going to get at least 10 emails a day from Kim McNamara. So either buying the bling or fundraisers or car washes or schedules, or to remind everybody where to be and what to do. So thank you, Kim, for a great season. Sorry.
Which is also correct, but
I'm sorry, not Kim McNamara, it's Kim McCarthy. I don't know it's a tough day for me today. I don't know what it is. So Kim, sorry, recap. Thank you for all the emails and keeping us all honest here. All right, so KP after a timeout, we've got just under 4 minutes left, tied up in the first quarter. So KP is going to come up with the ball.
KP's going to start with it just outside the box.
Yep, got a long pole on him over to the center.
Austin Ryan on the close D up here with the short stick. 11 on 11.
Buckner
Guy's
stops
trying a lot
it.
of moves.
And
Kears
the
with
shot.
the quick
Nope.
double team there. A little bit of pressure. Buckner on the ball now. Buckner's guy going to take him up high. He's going to feed it back down low. Kears on the ball. Jack Foley on the close defense now. 17, big attackman.
KP
He's going to
being
try
patient.
taking a run at him.
He's going to get a step, doesn't quite have it. Back to the X. X being the spot behind the net, up front to 11.
Nice save there by City on the bounce shot.
You ever stand in front of the net with the goal with the shot coming at you?
Oh, yeah.
Have you really?
Oh, I
Have you?
played defense. I took many a shot in the leg, the back.
Austin Ryan bringing it up for Foxborough. Looking at his options. We've got some new fresh legs coming in for Foxborough middies.
You know, some of these kids, high school age kids, I would say the majority of kids on this field probably shoot the ball at 75 or 80 miles an hour at a minimum.
Yep.
The better kids shoot it upwards of 90.
Yep.
And that thing's coming at you, boy. Solid rubber ball.
Ross Smith back to Blake and then over to Feeney. Feeney's got a strong left if you can get in there.
Feeney's taking a run
There
on
it
his
is.
guy.
Oh, we got defense got a little bit of a piece on it. So if you're watching at home, it's not like soccer. If the ball goes out of bounds, running up and down the sideline, it is who gets who doesn't touch it last. But after a shot, it's who gets to the line, who's closest to the line when it goes out.
Closest to the ball when it goes out.
Yep.
As long as you're not out of bounds.
Let's see what Feeney can do.
Feeney going to take a run at his guy again here. KP, look, they're getting ready to have 2 guys on him.
Mm-hmm.
Foxborough.
And KP's, they're giving them some room. They're not playing them very tight. They're playing inside, kind of a tight circle, and letting Foxborough run around the outside.
It kind of looks like a weird little zone KP's got going on here.
See what happens when they do come in. Then the other one slides. And let's see what happens here. Nice job for Tom Rogers bringing it over. Mitty stays back. Love it when a defensive person comes down with the long pole and he's smart enough to dish it off. Once in a while, he'll go to the net. But it's just hard to maneuver that long stick when you're close to the net. So he'll go back.
Blake trying to come up with the ball here. KP comes up with it. He's trying to get rid of it. He's trapped here.
Long pole.
Spinny on the ball now. Buckner with a
nice
little
job,
deflection
Buckner.
there.
He anticipated that. He got a stick in there early.
Gets it to
Colin Spinney.
Spinney's going to take a run. Timeout.
And timeout on Foxborough with 53 seconds left in the quarter. So we're down, almost down a quarter, and it's 1-1. And looking around, it's nice. Look at all the parents, the kids coming up, the youth sports coming to watch. Kind of sad to see the season ending.
Almost. They got one more game against Sharon, and then it's off to the tournament.
Yep.
Wait and see who they get to play against in their first-round matchup.
Yep. And early on, I think because they did so well early in the season, they were guaranteed a spot. So you're right, it's going in there and seeing where everyone falls.
I think, what is it, generally, if you're over 500,
just over 500,
they get you a spot in the tournament.
Yep.
Now, if you just barely make 500, you're playing a top-flight team.
Yes.
If you, get a couple games over 500, you might get a quality matchup that,
Yep.
you get a good chance of winning.
Yeah, it's even in our division. There's been some pretty decent matchups that we've lost by a goal, three of them.
3 straight games. It's
and there's some blowouts that we've won by 19 and 20. So you don't know who you're going to get when you get to the tournament.
The last 3 games were fantastic to watch. Painful to lose, but great lacrosse to watch. I think they lost, was 7-6 or 6-5, 11-10, and I don't remember what the other game was. But
I just put it out of my mind as one goal.
One goal
loss. It's tough to walk away.
And I'll tell you, they had an opportunity to get that one goal at the end of each of those 3 games.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, so we've got 50 seconds left in the quarter. It's over to DeVellis in the front, ticking away, 45 seconds. Feeney, and they probably want to get the last shot off, too.
Feeney, Foxborough going to milk out a little more clock here.
He's going to draw in and probably going to look
he's
up.
Going back to his left hand.
30 seconds.
DeVellis down to Whalen. Whalen, nice little no-look.
Oh, it's good job by the goalie.
I think Andrew even fooled his teammate there with that little no-look flip.
Got 20 seconds left. Plenty of time to score a goal.
But it made it all the way through.
14 seconds. See, plenty of time. They're going to get the last shot.
Oh, 1-on-none against the goalie again.
Yeah, and left 8 seconds on the clock. So you can't take it for granted. Moving the clock when you're under 30 seconds, you can get 2, sometimes 3 shots.
I think you and I were doing a game with 9 seconds in between goals.
Yep. And there was one game we lost. It was under half a second, and they got it right before halftime. All right, so Foxborough in a need to step up a little bit. We're down 2-1, 8 seconds left.
We got Piccolo, DeVellis, and Ryan out here for the face-off. DeVellis with the win.
5 seconds, 4,
He's holding
3,
on the ball. Going to take it
2,
quick.
1, and that's the quarter. So no sense of holding on to the ball at the end of the quarter because it goes back to a draw unless you're up or down a player.
6-on-6 lacrosse. You're going to face-off at the beginning of the quarter.
What a beautiful day out here. You look at the field, you get the old state hospital. This is probably one of the last remaining buildings in the back. I think that used to be the washroom. They did all the wash years and years. And then somewhere it turned into Amityville. That's a pretty scary looking building.
The kids have all kinds of stories about what's in there.
Yeah.
There was a wheelchair with a mannequin, I believe, for quite some time that all the young lacrosse players all
well, we used to have fun at the practices out here.
Yeah, spooked out about having that there.
And then on the right, you see the scoreboard that was donated by the Clay family, Clay Nissan. They had a couple of their players in the youth program over the years.
Tommy Clay, goalie.
Yep.
I don't know where Tom goes to school now, but
yeah, he was a little kid. He was one of the littlest kids, and I tell you, the big heart and big soul. He wanted to go in the net, and he took it. He took it hard.
But the complex around here, it's taking shape. There's new baseball field in the newer.
Yep. Last night at the selectmen's meeting, we took a donation Patriots Charitable Foundation gave $5,000. The town came up with $5,000, and we're putting new dugouts down here at the field.
Oh, awesome.
Down in Payson. Yep, it's got lights. And there's going to be some bocce courts. The basketball courts are out here. 3 new grass fields because of a grant that the planning board got.
Wow, fantastic.
All right, who's taking the face-off here? Is that Spinney?
That is Colin Spinney on the face-off. Ryan on one wing.
Grab,
Piccolo on the
down
other.
low.
Trying to. It's hard sometimes. You can't get that stick straight down into the ground or you won't come up with the ball. So it needs to be slightly in front of you.
Get a long pole, threw it out.
Ball's still loose. They
And
whistled
those attacks
everybody
and
out of the
defense
box.
can't go past the line until the middies get possession of it. So that's why they were stuck behind the line for so long.
And boy, let me tell you, those attackmen just love a 50-50 ground ball against the long sticks.
Long pole, yep.
It gives them an opportunity to whack back every once in a while.
All right, boys, let's see what we can do.
Tom Blake with the ball now. Spinney, Connor McNamara headed on the field. Foxborough's got their offensive grouping set.
Yep. Connor McNamara coming in. Fresh leg.
Looks like we got a little 1-3-2 here. Going to work the ball down to the wing to Feeney. Feeney's going to do a little one-on-one. He's got a double. He drew the double. He had the right idea. He drew 2.
Andrew Whalen, freshman, picking it up. Over to Connor.
Foxborough back in the 1-3-2. McNamara's going to take a run at the long stick from the side here. Blake vacates the crease. Stamitov from behind. Skip pass over to Spinney. Spinney going to take a run at his guy. Dumps it in the crease to Feeney. It was a tight pass. KP goalie with the long, quick outlet pass there.
It's offsides.
White's offsides, free ball.
White's offside.
No, they're not. They're not offsides, ref. Whoops. His bad.
Rick,
Mistake.
whistle.
Inadvertent whistle.
Sorry for you at home. I got carried away a little bit, but
No, Rick. Inadvertent whistle. It's white ball.
white ball.
White
so we're
ball.
going to retain it. And
That's
it's sometimes it's hard because you've got people going back and forth, and you got to count 6 people very quickly.
It is hard to keep track. You got guys coming on and off the field, switching long sticks for short sticks. It's white ball. They're still confused.
Yep.
Foxborough thinks they're going on defense. KP thinks they're going on defense. The ref's going to give them time, everybody time here to get sorted out and get their guys out there.
It's good when a ref makes a mistake and actually admits it. It slows it down a little bit, but so Tom Blake over to DeVellis. DeVellis back to Stamitov behind to the X, back to DeVellis.
DeVellis, Foxborough going to clear out here a little for DeVellis. Going to take a run at this long stick.
He's going to go right, switch to left.
Little dish.
Back to Blake.
Nice
Blake
quick
over to
passing there.
Stamitov. Yep. The problem is it's a skilled passing and catching team, so I get a little frustrated to watch it. You know, the extra passes, they don't drop it as much, but at some point, you're not going to get the point till it gets in the net. So part of me wants to say just shoot the ball.
Occasionally you do. So, you know, that one too many passes
Here
sometimes.
we go. It's going to go right. Okay, flag on KP so that we get.
KP's going to get one for on the head there.
Yeah, against DeVellis. So we're going to lose a KP player. We're going to be up 6 men to 5 men.
1 minute for a slash at 9:19.
And Foxborough usually capitalizes on man up. They've got a on this type of play where they do have the passing and catching skills. They wear out the defense on the slide because you're not going to see a man-to-man. You're going to have to see him slide. If you move the ball around real fast, you're going to catch him behind, and then they're going to come in.
Foxborough, they're going to send one behind now.
And behind, I was going to look up.
Foxborough looking for that quick skip pass.
A little hard, but we retain it, and Foxborough ball, whistle blown.
Smith, Whalen,
That's
McNamara.
a little side on, but high. That was an easy one for the goalie.
Stamatov, DeVellis. Feeney's heading off now to grab a long stick.
And it's a little long, but it worked. Midi attack looking over, defense.
Jack Foley on the ball now.
Get there! Get there!
Foley over. Buckner's going to be on defense now. Foxborough can afford to be aggressive here because they're man up, so they have an extra defender.
Were they offsides there?
It looked like it.
Yeah, they were offsides, and the ref's not looking at that. I was hoping the Foxborough crowd could be a little louder on that one.
Cavaney with the ball here, scoops up this loose ball, moves it up to DeVellis. DeVellis going to drive against the long stick, loses footing there. Takes another one on the head, but inadvertent contact.
Back to Stamatov. Whalen's open. When Whalen look up, there's a
nice inside move there by Stamatov, but goalie stood strong. Hit him right in the midsection with that shot.
And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. So 7 minutes and 30 seconds left.
KP's
in the
got a
second
quick
quarter.
timeout there.
Yep. Yeah, the shots aren't coming too quick, and they're in spots where it's kind of easily protected on the net. So the goalie's coming up with some saves, and they are transitioning pretty well. Some of you don't see the long balls as much at the Varsity, but they're pulling it off tonight.
Yeah, some long outlet passes, which leads to great unsettled opportunities when you're on offense, if you can run it out. Good
field conditions today. It's not too long ago we had 4 feet of snow forever, and left the grass in nice condition. You know, the field is underused, that's why it's in good condition. But you know, it's kudos to the DPW for the fertilizer, the aeration, the cutting. Last year the field hockey used it a lot with the lacrosse, and it's held up pretty well. It's a good sand-based field, so you don't get flooding and you don't get mud on this field.
Actually, this used to be the only game in town. The youth, boys, the high school, the JV.
Yeah, we used to battle to try to get it. The youth programs now, we have 350 kids between the boys and the girls, and kind of spread out between Upper Payson, Lower Payson, the turf field. And then next year when the other fields go online down at Payson, it'll be hard pressed to find any kids that don't have a sport or a location to go. All right, so KP has possession, 7:30 left in the second quarter, and they're up by 1. The score to 2-1.
Foxborough on the defense here. Austin Ryan on the short stick behind the cage. Foxborough hung up here on the goaltender. Buckner on the ball now. Send it down. Rogers. Ryan got a little poke check in there. The attacker hung up. Rogers on the defense now, trying a little wrap check. Didn't get anything. Harassing his hands, poking.
Tom Rogers doing a nice job keeping him out before drops the ball.
Nice slap check there.
Nice. Smart move by Buckner.
Buckner with the clean ground ball, and he's pushing the offense here. He's going to...
Nice behind the back. Over. Let's capitalize on this. You can't let this one go away.
Good idea. It would have been nice if Stamatov could have gotten a shot off, but he lost his angle as everybody grew closer to the cage.
So we got fresh legs with Wilson coming in as midi. See what we can do.
Wilson, McNamara, Blake, Whalen, DeVellis, Stamatov out there now at attack.
Over to Whalen.
Up to McNamara. McNamara going to walk it across. He's looking. Skip pass. Back up to Blake. Blake's going to take a run at his guy left-handed. Rolls back right. DeVellis coming around the cage. Stamatov taking a run with his guy. KP switches up. Back up top to Wilson. Wilson with the quick
That's the shot.
inside.
Again, right mid to the goalie, and he had no problem pulling that away. And they're going to fight for it.
Aggressive there.
And White's going to have the possession of the ball retained. So
Push.
DeVellis on the side. Semi-quick whistle.
DeVellis created that for himself, I think. He got in there fierce with the stick check to get the ball free and then try and fight for the loose ball, got shoved.
I tell you, all these kids come home at night and they've got the black and blues and bumps to that stick, steel stick coming down on you is hard.
It is, and nowadays they got aluminum and carbon fiber and
There's
wood
a shot
ones.
again. All these shots are knee height, and they're just easy for the goalie to pick off.
Foxborough's going to put it on the ground a little, get a nice bouncer. Change levels on the goalie. KP
Buckner keeping
settles
him
it
out.
down. Foley behind the net now. KP waiting on some substitutes for offense here.
4.5 minutes left in the quarter. Foxborough down 2-1.
KP running their last midfielder on. Wilson on the ball right now. Good job staying on his hip there. Rogers is on the ball now, but he's hung up topside. He and Buckner, they're gonna.
Here he comes around.
It's number 17 is a big body attack.
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of speed, but he got himself in there and enough for the shot, a step ahead.
He's got leverage, and he can use that big body to shield his stick from a defender.
Wilson trying to keep him out.
Wilson did a good job there, keeping his feet, not getting.
The slide, nice job by Foley. Got a stick on it. KP comes up with it.
Oh!
Nice job by City.
City catches a piece of that one right there. KP throwing the ball out to space. Rogers on the ball now. Foley with 17 behind the cage. We'll take one of those. Rogers, little slap check there. Tom Piccolo on the defense now. McNamara on the ball. McNamara, Wilson, and Piccolo out there as your midfielders. McNamara, good job keeping up with this guy. Buckner on the ball now.
Buckner letting him come up behind, not playing too close so it gets into the crease. Nice job by Buckner keeping him out. Nice job. Oh, there's the flag.
I disagree with that flag, but
you know, when you do that swim move, when you pull it over your head and someone hits the stick.
It looked to me like Buckner's attackman had a grip on his stick while it was in between his legs. Looked like he was holding it there.
So KP's going to get the ball with a man up. We got 2:36 left in the quarter, so they're going to have a minute with 6 on 5.
Oh, they didn't call it on Buckner. They called something on Piccolo there. I don't know if they got the numbers messed up or I didn't see what happened. I thought it was a hold on Buckner, but
Yeah, I thought it was coming down on his head.
Foxborough man down now. Rogers, Foley,
There's
Kears,
it. Nice.
Austin Ryan, and Buckner out there.
We dodged a bullet on that one. You know, they have that, you know, we're playing tight, but you still had that cutter right in front of the net.
6 on 5 here.
Yeah,
Are we even now? No, still 6 on 5.
Yeah.
Now we're even. Foxborough running their extra defender back.
Another one. I think that was on Rogers.
Another penalty on Foxborough. KP.
It's not good, guys. We're dropping by 2 goals, so we're down 3-1.
It's hard sometimes.
Just under 2 minutes.
The kids have a hard time getting used to continuing play when a ref throws a flag.
Mike Weber's going to give us a nice little replay here.
Rogers on the defense. Quick feed out high. And he's going to thread the needle to 17. Just turns and throws a quick one on City.
All right, let's see. We have Connor McNamara taking the face-off.
McNamara and,
And,
Piccolo out on the wing.
And we're still short of midi here, so we're going in with 5 against 6. And Connor McNamara did something. KP taking their time.
Foxborough's a man down here. They don't realize they're going to get back into their box and one.
A little confusion on Foxborough's side, but they're figuring it out.
They do. Now they've left this top.
Come on, boys. You got it.
There we
This
go.
guy right here, number 10.
Rogers out, sliding.
Piccolo up there on the ball. Down to Buckner, Foley.
Jeez.
Tough thing to do there is Buckner and Foley both ran for the ball. When you're man down, you can't afford
To leave that open person. So we're dropping 4-1. No need for a panic, but I would like to see these guys step up a little bit more aggressively here.
minute and 10 left. Foxborough needs to get a possession on this ball and at the very least get a nice shot.
Yep. So Tom Blake taking the face-off. And we're all even. That goal released it.
Blake, Cavany, and Ryan out there. The KP clean win on the face-off there. Got the clamp. How I don't.
Oh, come on, ref.
I don't know how I feel about that. Seemed like just kind of
touching.
Yeah, that wasn't a slash. It was a little contact to the face mask, absolutely, but they've let worse than that go already. This big attackman again, just muscling his way in there.
So the third or fourth time in a short period of time, we're down another man. So again, 6-5, and I'm hoping these defensive players can communicate a little bit faster here.
We're gonna have Kearse, Foley, Cavany, Rogers out there at long stick, and Austin Ryan as the short stick midfielder. KP gonna run it from behind.
And the cutters are coming in.
KP working big number 17 on the crease here.
There we go.
Good save by City.
17 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if we can get a last shot
here. He's got to get a good outlet to somebody here.
There we go.
Kearse comes up with that ball. He's going to move it ahead to Cavany. Cavany can't get a hold on it, but he's going to scoop that ground ball.
3 seconds. And Foxborough call a timeout. 3 seconds left.
Hey, you can't take it into the next half, so you might as well.
Yep.
Maybe you get a quick feed onto the crease.
Now they get played on the whistle. They're going to have to get it out. They're going to probably set a few people up down by the crease. And they've got, just before the timeout, they had Stamitov, Whalen, and DeVellis on attack. So I'm sure they're going to be hanging down there. 3 seconds is a lot of time. It's not like soccer where, well, it's not like soccer.
Right, yeah, no.
That's not a dig on soccer. It's just a little faster.
It's more like basketball where if you can at least have the opportunity to get the ball out of your hand or stick, it counts on the way through. So as long as the shot is out of your stick, when the horn goes off, if it goes in, it's going to count.
Yep. And you get a 75-mile-an-hour shot at 75 miles an hour. How long does that take to go from
Doesn't
half?
take long.
We can make up a number that nobody will know. 0.8 seconds. How's that sound? Let's see what we got here. We've got Connor McNamara bringing the ball in. They're going to double up on him.
Foxborough's man down, so I forgot about that.
Oh, they're going to hold on to the ball.
They just need to run the clock out, and they maintain possession for the second half.
Yep. I missed that. How did Foxborough get?
We were man down.
We were man down.
We were man down,
I thought you were saying they're man up. That's right. So it doesn't matter if you're man up or man down. As long as there's an offsetting person, you retain possession. So that was a good timeout. That was a good
good use of it. Instruct your players. Look, hey, normally we want to give it a heave or we want to do this. We want to hold on to it this time. So run for your life.
All right, so let's take a little break. I see the people bringing margaritas over for us. No,
that would
maybe
be fantastic.
One of these days. We got nothing. No love shown from the fans here. So let's take a little bit of a break. Again, it's the KP against Varsity Foxborough, and we're down 4-1, just going into halftime. And welcome back, Foxborough Cable Access TV fans. We are just about to start the second half of the Foxborough versus KP Varsity game. And my name is Jim DeVellis, and I'm here with
Paul Silvera.
And both of us have kids on the team, and we're just happy to be here. So Foxborough is down 4-1, starting the second half right now. We have possession. We are a man down based on a play from just before the half.
And KP is going after the ball hard with that extra defender. Foxborough doing a good job working it around, not letting KP get that double team to them. Keeping it out on the perimeter. McNamara with the ball now.
So
Foxborough content to carry. Now we're all even. Wilson coming out.
Really hoping to see him step up a little bit more in the second half.
Looks like we got Feeney, Wilson, McNamara as our midfielders. Stamatov, DeVellis, and Whalen as our attackmen. Quick move in there.
I figured out why they're down 4-1. They're just not getting it in the net.
No.
And I get a lot of thought of that at halftime.
They got to get it at the net. Nice shot there.
Yeah, the problem if you look at the shots, and ball is out of bounds, last touch by KP, so Foxborough retains it. Are we still down a man? 1, 2, 3,
no,
4,
we're
5,
all
6.
even
We're all even now. Yeah, kidding aside, the shots that we took the first half were down around knee to ankle height. And
they hit
the goalie. You look at the goalie, that's where he keeps his stick. He's comfortable down there and really needs to, change up the shots a little bit.
They got to make him work for his saves. He didn't have to work hard for some of those saves. They just sort of
coming in. There we go.
Nice,
top left corner.
Nice job there.
Joey oh, no goal. He's in the crease. Little circle around the net called a crease, and Joe Feeney stepped in it.
They wave him off. If you voluntarily go in the crease, I don't think it matters when the ball goes in the net. If the ball goes in the net, they're going to call it on you every time.
Brian Buckner chasing him behind the X-hand. He was able to get it out. And he's going to, nice. Oh, we switched up goalies.
Adesh in for the second half.
Freshman Adesh.
Up to Rogers. Rogers looking for an outlet here.
Foxborough kept him
they
down,
got all three
and
back.
switches back. So Spinney's coming up. DeVellis has the ball. Back to Stamatov. Stamatov, not as strong on his left. He doesn't come around the net on that side too much, but and DeVellis coming on his right, and DeVellis is more strong on left too, so he's on the wrong side, or opposite side.
Up to Smith, over to Blake. Nothing there for Blake. Gonna try taking a run at his guy. Roll back here to the right. Back up to Smith. Little two-man game. Trying to draw two defenders. Move the ball along. Low pass there, but Whalen scoops it back up. Zings it back out to Blake. Up to Smith again.
Blake's gonna, thought he was gonna draw the man and try to dodge past him. 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
Whalen from the X here, gonna take a run at his long stick. Moves it back out to Blake.
Somebody's got to get the engine going and get to the net.
That's it. Foxborough's just trying to get KP to rotate here, catch somebody.
Yeah, KP's doing a nice job on defense. They're not coming out too far, and they're not staying in the middle. It's kind of, not too close to the net. And they lose it to the goalie, so he's got, see how we ride him here. Free rein to
Quick
get
outlet
up the
pass.
field. Oh, not liking this.
KP trying to run some subs on, people running on and off.
So down 4 goals, 5-1, 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Let's see. The long pole comes down, and he does a nice job. He draws his man, waits to the last. See what he does. Draws him, waits, dumps it in there.
Just got a couple steps on his.
That was a overhand shot.
Face off here. Cavaney on the defense.
There we go.
Buckner with a nice clean ground ball. Good outlet to Cavaney.
Long pole, the long
Cavaney's
pole.
going to
There
send
we
it
go.
across to DeVellis. Foxborough's going to be content to get a touch in the box. Get their fresh midfielders on for offense. Wilson, Blake, Spinney out there on offense as midfielders. Wilson with the ball now. Back to Stamitov, down to Whalen behind the cage. Back up to Wilson here, over to Blake. Blake's gonna try a little dodge. Nothing there, backs back out.
Now these passes are going around 10 or 12 deep before they get a shot off. Yeah.
KP definitely doing a good job rotating to the ball. There, you know, that's a tough shot there.
It's hard to get, you know, if you're going to go over somebody, you got to bring the stick all the way down, but he couldn't quite do it. And Foxborough chasing from behind. There we go, Wilson.
DeVellis forced the errant pass there. Wilson comes up with that pop fly. Foxborough back on offense, settle down. Moving the ball over to DeVellis here from behind the cage. Foxborough's doing a mass substitution here. 3 fresh midfielders on. McNamara, Smith, and Feeney now at midfield. Whalen loses the handle on it temporarily. Nice roll on his guy. Throws it across to DeVellis. DeVellis hung up on his long stick. Skip
And
pass,
there's
another
the drop.
quick pass. That was
There's
it right
over the
there.
top. It's a good shot, a bounce shot, but a little wide, but we retain it. So Whalen out and behind the X. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Foxborough down 5-1.
Whalen from behind to DeVellis. Whalen sets a pick
Okay.
for him. Double team. Move it along, move it along. Over to Smith, back to Whalen. Whalen with the quick shot there. Low angle.
And Foxborough to the ball at the line, so we retain it. DeVellis bringing it in.
Up to McNamara. McNamara's going to take his guy for a spin here. Invert the midfielder to behind the cage. DeVellis going to set a pick for him. Up to Feeney. Feeney to Stamitov. Back to Feeney. Back to Stamitov. They got one guy up there. They might want to take advantage of. I think they had the right idea there.
Come on, if he's down.
Trying to split that guy.
Someone's got it.
That hits a defender on the way to the cage. Stamitov.
Going to retain the ball over in the corner for Stamitov. Just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
KP really cramming the defense in on the cage. A lot of people down in the crease.
You see every time we're close, there's the shot. And wide to the right. Yeah, the KP's doing a nice job. When someone's cutting in, they'll squeeze them. So you got to go to 2, 3, sometimes 4 people when you get the ball.
They're letting Foxborough have this, you know, high 15 plus shot, but
right now he's got 3 people to go to get to the net.
nothing doing in the middle of the field. Skip pass. Oh, right to the back door. Oh, that was a nice job there.
And
DeVellis with the quick shot, and then he gets run over, which they call interference because you got to afford him the opportunity to get back to the ball. Foxborough again with the mass substitution. 3 fresh midfielders. Wilson, Blake, and Spinney.
kind of jogging in. Setting up. Whalen coming around.
Whalen trying a little flip there, but defender didn't help him. Back to Stamitov, over to Wilson. Wilson gonna let one fly from up high.
And that ball went past the fence, past the new construction. Just looking at those windows, how long do you think it's going to take?
That's it. It won't take long, I don't think.
That went out into the parking lot.
If not this year, certainly next year. That's where I want to see one of the Foxborough players, you know, take a couple steps inside the box and let one rip.
You know, not a criticism, but an observation. They've got some good passes and catchers, but the shooting is just not up to speed at this game.
I think they need to go for the practical shot, though, not the pretty one. They all love that, you know, high cheese, stick a corner, looks good, sounds good. A nice skip from 15 yards up. Sometimes that ball's going to stay low, sometimes it's going to go high. It can be confusing as a goaltender to see where that thing's coming
again,
from.
geez. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Foxborough retains possession after the shot, and Whalen bringing it in.
Foxborough spending a lot of time down here on offense. DeVellis from behind. He draws two. Somebody's got to let him know that he's got that extra guy there.
Here we go. Nope. Spoke too soon.
Short
pole picks. Oh, off the bar.
Hit the post.
Go through it. Oh, a cross check. Pushing.
Push.
All right, no possession, so no flag. KP has it with just under 2 minutes left. Tom Rogers giving them some pokes, keeping them to the outside. Foxborough looks like we're down a man-to-man. Tried to sweep it in as he was going, but didn't get anywhere. Holding on Foxborough, so KP.
I don't know if I agree with that one. As the attackman's going to the cage and he ducks under, takes himself to the ground. Seems like a tough call to make on Rogers, who was just bodied up on him.
Good check by KP. Rogers loses the sticks for a minute. Back into it. And that's a pass, so if that's out,
staying
it's
in there.
out. Oh, stayed in and we get it.
Wilson saves it. KP with the quick sub to the long stick there.
I just love him just to go to the net.
Wilson
make this
to
goalie
DeVellis.
work for some work for his keep today a little bit more.
Back up to Wilson, over to Feeney, to Stamatov. Wilson's going to get a sub here.
Just under a minute left in the third quarter.
McNamara down to DeVellis, over to Whalen. Whalen from behind the cage.
And got caught up on his elbow. Whalen loses it. Tries to get it back, and let's see him ride. Back to the goalie. Back over to far defense, long pole.
I'll tell you one thing, their goalie is quick making decisions to fire that ball up the field.
That's offsides, he caught it. Offsides on KP, he was in the air, didn't quite get back in time. So 20 seconds left. Be nice to get a goal here before
Foxborough getting it to their
for the
goalie,
quarter.
they're jumping them.
All right, let's.
Buckner going to get called for a push on this one.
Gonna play the whistle, 8 seconds. So it's not a penalty, but it's, and he just threw that out. 2 seconds. So that's probably, we'll get possession here, so that's gonna end the quarter.
Rogers probably just going to fling it for the far cage.
Yep.
That's all, you just kind of pray for the best on that one.
So hopefully the coach can instill some words of wisdom with these guys coming into the fourth quarter. Now, it's not a panic. 4 goals, if you get your act together, you can pump them in a quarter.
Definitely can overcome this deficit in just the fourth, but Foxborough's got to put some good shots on the cage.
Yep. Good shots and more shots.
More shots, definitely.
Yep. So I'm going to give a quick shout out. I see your wife over there in the Warrior blanket with no gloves, and I tell you, these last couple games, they start out at 80 degrees, and by the time we finish, it drops to 60.
The sun disappears behind these beautiful trees behind us, and the temperature plummets.
Yeah, so we've got your whole family out here. We've got Andrea Silveria, and that's a new camera that we have this year. That goes directly to an editor, and the kids can see their stats the next day. How many shots, how many saves, how many ground balls, how many passes. They break it down for us.
Which is fantastic.
Yep. And the other 3 cameras, if you're watching this on the computer, you might be able to see the difference. The Foxborough Cable Access went high def this year. They're pumping in a lot of good resources, free of charge to Foxborough. We've got Lewis Blake on one of the cameras, Pat Huther on another camera, and my nephew Mikey Collins. And Mikey, I guess I didn't know that we're all connected by earphones.
Oh,
you can actually hear us.
Everybody can hear everyone.
So Mikey Collins, another JV player, stepping up to help Foxborough Varsity and doing his time, so when he gets to Varsity, he can direct the younger kids to do the same thing.
It's good for the kids. Personally, I think for the JV, the freshman kids, they watch this whole game. They get to watch it from outside the game. Watch what their position does. Listen to the plays that are called. Watch where the whole team goes.
And we got Mike Weber over at Foxborough Cable Access mobile unit sitting outside of Payson, and he does a nice job setting up all the cameras, taking them away, and then their truck actually edits it during the game. So if any of the kids or any of the families want CDs of any of the games or all of the games, go on their website, reach out to them, and they can provide it. There's a nominal fee, not a profit center for them, but it's a nice community service that they provide. And boy, the KP is just doing a nice job on the ground balls, bringing it down.
And the long pole going straight to the cage. He threw that high to the goalie.
Boy, that's turning it right back over to KP.
Pat Cavaney on ball defense now. We got Cavaney, Buckner, Foley, Rogers, Ross Smith. I'm sorry, Austin Ryan and Colin Spinney out there now.
All right, I hope to step up and give them a little pressure. They're going to run the clock as much as they can on the outside, so we've got to play them a little closer. You see Tom Rogers out there poking and prodding and trying to keep him to the outside, making him do something.
That's it. Foxborough's going to make him work for it, but it's kind of a catch-22 because if you get extended too far like this,
and
now
you get beat coming back.
There's got to be a slide. Wide with the shot
to the outside. You get 18 open. Going to get the ball, and nice defense. Hard to see what's going to go there. Is he in the crease? No, Foxborough's going to get the ball.
White ball here. Goalie's got the ball.
Right.
Quick outlet to Spinney. Spinney's got numbers here. If he can push it up the field, he's got Austin Ryan on his left.
There we go. Pick it back up.
Spinney retains possession.
Develis.
Spinney and Ryan going to run off. We got Wilson, Blake.
10.5 minutes. They're down by 4 goals.
Connor McNamara.
They can do this all day from the outside, but someone's got to break in there.
McNamara with the ball now, going to carry it behind to X, over to Whalen. Whalen's going to push high. Somebody gets a stick on that pass. It's tricky with the skip passing when you leave somebody out of the loop. A lot of hardware in there to block a pass on its way through. KP, just from the looks here, good job keeping their sticks up in the passing lane. Active, very active.
I tell you, they're very consistent all game. They've got 4 or 5 right in the middle. They'll put somebody out, but they clog up the middle, and it's hard for Foxborough to get in. There's another shot, and 2 shots in a row.
Whalen, I thought he came up with that ground ball there, but he didn't quite have it.
Is that Connor McNamara down on the bottom of that?
Yeah, he got hit. Now, I mean, it looked like a pretty good hit. I don't know.
Come on, Mac, get on him.
The hands were spread out maybe, but.
KP's calling the timeout now.
He
9
got
minutes
shoved
left.
in the crease, and as a defender, you can shove that guy in the crease so long as he's facing you. He doesn't
Yep.
have his back turned to you. And McNamara was facing him.
So Paul, you're still coaching the youth teams?
I don't do
Not
anything
anymore,
at the
now
moment.
that the kids are in the high school?
Right now, I enjoy watching the games, and I like watching the JV games. I like watching the varsity games. I figured I served my decade as a coach.
You've done it, yep.
And
I tell you, it's a fun group. It
I love it.
Started years ago, and I get repetitive if you watch all these broadcasts. You're probably going to hear the same thing, but the youth coaches, the leadership, all the way down to the treasurer and the emails that you get, it just grows and grows, and the coaches are getting more and more. And by the time that these kids get up into high school, you see kids starting in 2nd grade, so strong depth getting into the program. And
yeah, Foxborough even started a little, I don't know if they did it this year, but I know they had it last year, a learn to play.
Learn to play for the
kindergarten kids.
Yep.
They'd bring them out here on a Saturday morning, sticks and helmets maybe.
Yep, the little midget stick, the little tiny sticks.
And they learn some basic skills, throw, catch, scoop the ball.
And it gets the excitement, and you'll see Coach Noon coming out to the youth programs and, talking to them, and he sees them in the schools, and, the program just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
That's it. Mr. Noon is, he's known most of these kids for a period of 4 years in their, early childhood, middle school days, the 5th through the 8th grade.
All right, Brian Buckner keeping him to the outside. He's able to get it out of the stick
Buckner with
and
nice
on the helmet.
Failure to advance there.
Is that what it was?
King
Okay.
Philip. So they had 10 seconds to get it in the box. They didn't get it. Foxborough got to be a little sharper with these passes.
Let's go. I'd like to see this kid just run to the net.
Nice job there to maintain possession for Foxborough. Smith with the ball, moving it over to Whalen. And he'll send it up to Stamatov, who's got a short stick on him. Boy, I think I would have liked to see him try and make a move on that kid.
This defense is just rotating around slowly and just watching the ball on the outside.
Stamatov still got the short stick up there. Foxborough trying to get set up in a play. Skip past to DeVellis, over to Whalen, back to DeVellis, looking for somebody cutting through on the crease.
KP out to the ball first, scoops it up.
Get a handle on it. Blake trying to catch up here. Feeney, good job getting back on defense. I don't know where that went. I don't know if it was a save by the goalie or...
Yeah, I think the goalie had a piece of that. It wasn't wide.
Feeney there, the quick flip to...
Uh-oh. Nice hustle by KP, over the back by Buckner.
Feeney. I don't know, there should be a push there. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, play the whistle, gonna take off.
Ross Smith here to Feeney, over to Blake.
7.5 minutes left. They are in a little bit of a hole right now. Get some goals to do.
They're not going to score them all at once, and hopefully they don't feel like that's what they have to do. But you got to get that first one. Coach Noon trying to get his team to whip that thing around a little bit faster.
The defense got the stick, so Foxborough will retain possession.
DeVellis from X, over to Whalen. Whalen's got 2 on him. Finds McNamara.
Shot very wide.
He didn't have much time to square up there and get his hands free, but...
Just under 7 minutes.
Wilson, Smith, and McNamara out there as the
midfielders.
midfielders.
This is over his head. Stays in.
Again with the tough pass. I don't know, was that tipped or
no,
just
I
get
think
away
it just
from him?
Got off his stick in a funny position.
Whalen's got the ball here. Nice feed up top to Stamatov. McNamara gets forced out. He's looking to thread the needle in here. Somebody coming around from the backside of the cage. DeVella's got the ball here. Skip pass up
Again,
to the top.
this is very unusual for this team to be throwing these away.
Oh.
I tell you, good credits for the KP. They ran right through that. There we go.
Nobody can seem to grab a handle on this ball, I tell you.
And the long pole's bringing it down.
Smith going to catch up with the long pole.
Buckner out on him. Back to X. Out of the X.
Foley on the ball now. Wilson.
And they're gonna run the clock. They're doing a nice job keeping it on the outside now. No incentive for them to shoot right now.
Nope. KP happy to kill some time from behind the cage here. Wilson staying on him. They're both getting a little tired here. Oh.
Yeah, you know, you see that ball just fluttering up, hanging there, and someone grabbing it. And a little discouraging, this game. I don't know what it is. I mean, they're all good athletes. A little bit of a switch in the second half of the season here. Let's see what Mike Weber's sending us for a replay.
He's got the ball behind here. Wilson playing some good defense.
Watch the pass. It's a nice, easy up.
He throws
down.
it over everybody. 12 catches it, plants it on the crease.
All right, Foxborough took the draw, or took the face-off. So I keep saying draw. That's a girl's term.
Spinney with the face-off win there. He's going to stay out on offense. Feeney, Tom Blake, Stamatoff, Whalen, DeVellis out there at attack. Blake with the ball now. KP back to packing it inside. They got everybody in there. Blake gonna step through.
Yeah. High shot off the shoulder area.
You know, it's not a bad shot, but I don't know. I'm old school. I'd love to see him skip it in there.
Yeah.
Put it on the ground. Put a little spin on it. Anything he can do. Spinney gonna run it up there, get it in the box.
And
tries to keep it in bounds after
right
losing
stick.
it, but can't.
Look at Cliff. Go, Cliff.
nice pass.
Foxborough going to be aggressive on defense here. They have to be. Down 5 goals. We've got 4 minutes left. I don't think the clock hasn't run out on Foxborough just yet, but they need the ball.
Yep.
Foxborough comes up with the strip there. Nice job. Buckner still fighting for that ball.
Yeah.
Still fighting for it. Spinney doesn't come up with it there. Rogers comes up with the ball.
Nice job, Tommy Rogers.
Rogers going to
Drops
move
it
it to
off.
his attackman. Stamatoff. Over to Austin Ryan.
3.5 minutes left.
Rogers back on the side. Comes Connor McNamara. Joe Feeney. Ross Smith out there as your midfielders. DeVellis now coming from around the cage. Tries to thread the needle to Feeney, but can't connect.
That's tough with 3 or 4 right clogging up the middle.
That's it. KP's plan all day is just pack them into the crease. Yep. We are just going to load up in here, and you will not feed onto the crease.
Yep. Goalie over.
Goalie, KP's, they actually got one too many guys back, but they're still...
Timeout for KP. 2:47 left in the game. This is going to be tough to get 5 goals in 2:47. I don't think we've got. Well, with 1 goal, the shots are just far, far, far and in between.
Few and far between, and it hasn't been. I haven't seen a real challenging shot on the KP goalie just yet. Couple real good shots that just were slightly off the cage.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some happy things. Pasta dinners.
Pasta dinners.
Yep.
Kids love those. They eat like lumberjacks in Alaska.
They're usually before the night before the game. So the game is on a Friday. You'll have a Thursday night pasta dinner, and one family or 2 or 3 families get together and invite all the kids over for a couple hours. And
it doesn't even take them that long.
No,
Those kids
no.
power down
Yep.
20 pounds of food in about half
Yep.
an hour. And then they're off playing like kids,
Yep.
which is fantastic.
And pulled pork, I remember that you had this year.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice job.
It was, I love doing it. I love using my smoker outside this time of year.
Yeah, we took the less laborious route and got it from Antonio's.
There you go.
Over at the Foxfield Plaza. And they do it nice. 3 or 4 big things of takeout and set it on the table and one trash bag at the end
Exactly.
and you're done. No pots, no pans. All right, let's see what we can. Nice to get a goal or 2 at the end here. I don't. Foxborough's looking a little dejected, but I don't know. I don't know if they look past this team, but this is certainly not the same Foxborough team that we used to.
I would hope that they looked at this game and thought that they could win, but from the way it's gone so far, the first quarter, I'll tell you, that was, what was it? It was 1-1.
1-1. Yep.
Everybody was working hard. Second quarter, it got away from them a little bit. I think we ended at, what, 3-1 or 4-1 halftime?
Ah, boy.
Oh, Adesh came out, got on the ball there, but
hanging out there by himself.
Couldn't
Mike,
get
you want to see if we
possession
can get a
on it.
replay on that?
And KP Attackman grabs the rebound and gets a little underhand flip goal. Foxborough's in a tough spot now.
All right, thank you, Michael. He's drawn a 2-1, so you do have some people open. Everyone's hanging far, but I didn't really see it. But right in front, there was a little bit of a hole, and he took advantage of it.
KP with another face-off win there. Rogers is on the ball. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the game. Foxborough down by 6. Foxborough's got the goalie out there to
We got a flag.
try and pressure
And
the
they got
ball a little extra.
Flag on Foxborough, but the goal's going to cancel that out. So it's they move up to 8-1.
Looks like we got a slash call there. I don't know who it was on. Looks like it might have been on Rogers.
Slash, so they're not going to cancel that out. They're going to honor that going into the 2-minute mark for the game, and Foxborough's down by a player.
Yeah, no personal fouls carry through on
Yep.
on a goal. Technical fouls, I think, get wiped out on a goal.
Spinney taking it, and
Austin Ryan there on the close defense,
Ryan, yeah,
trying a little
yeah.
wrap check.
calling him Spinney.
Foxborough is trying to pressure the ball. It's very hard when you're man down to actually maintain
2 minutes
pressure
left. They
on
got to
the
keep
ball.
it in the box too. Under
All
2 minutes.
KP has to do is work the ball around the perimeter here and really spread Foxborough out. KP with an unforced turnover there.
Minute and a half left.
Foley's going to scoop it up in the alley. He's going to flip it back to Austin Ryan. Ryan's probably going to leg it up. Yep. Here he comes. He's looking middle of the field. Now he throws a little quick shake on.
Man on him.
Gets his touch in the box. Ryan looking to move the ball along here.
Boy, right to the end. KP is on our gloves, on our sticks.
Ryan, they got 3 guys in the crease here. Packed right in there. To Smith. Smith, another high to high.
Yep. Shoulder height. Stick level.
It was off stick side, but it wasn't. It certainly wasn't a super difficult shot for that goalie to come
That
up
was a
with.
nice clear. Tough ride, but they able to get it over. Ball in the middle to Wilson. 30 seconds left. See what we can do.
Quick flip there, Wilson.
Let's see if we can get a feel good goal at the end. Doesn't look like it's going to happen right there.
Foxborough just jamming it in there. Can't come up with it.
Buckner taking it down. Buckner, just run to the net.
Buckner going to move it down to Whalen. Whalen,
5 seconds.
McNamara to DeVellis. DeVellis just going to hold on to it.
Yeah, disappointing game, I gotta say.
I'm sure it's disappointing for all those kids over there, too.
Yep.
Certainly.
Yeah, I gotta say one thing for KP. They were consistent from the beginning to the end, played tough. Their defense was spectacular. They didn't have any superheroes on the offense, but they were able to get in there and get the shots. And Foxborough just a little bit behind this game, but onward and upward. We're playing Sharon on May 18th over at Sharon. And that's it from Foxborough Cable Access TV over at Payson Road. Varsity game against KP. Took a loss on this one, 8-0. So again, quick thank you to the volunteers over at JV for stepping up. Lewis Blake, Pat Huther, Mikey Collins, and Andrea Silveria. My name is Jim DeVellis, and I'm here with
Paul Silvera.
And I wish everyone a happy, safe night, and we'll see you at the next game.
Hopefully. Hopefully there'll be a next one here.
And thank you, Mike Weber over at Foxborough Cable Access TV.